The only way that these vaccine mandates stop is when enough people stop abiding by them, okay? So these little protests that break out every once in a while, like you have the vaccine mandate protests that happen nearly every weekend over in the European Union countries, it's nice to see, but if there's going to be no action at the conclusion of those rallies, it's just kind of useless, really. Hate to be so much of a downer, but yeah, if it's not followed up with anything, then you're just out there wasting time and you're just getting used by the mainstream media to be presented as radicals, and they'll never properly show you how many people are actually out there protesting when there's tens of thousands of people in places like Italy and Spain and Paris. No, they'll just say that it's a bunch of fringe nut jobs, and they'll just show like one picture here, and it's like, and nothing against the Epoch Times, I do like them, but all they're gonna do is just show a banner, one radical that shows up with one crazy flag. They'll take a picture of that and they'll blow it up. You've seen that happen ad nauseum, a whole bunch of different events. We need not tread that ground again, but now, because of Biden's tenuous vaccine mandate that's happening right now, who knows if it's actually going to get enacted. It looks like there's a fair few fucking lawsuits against it right now, and they seem to be succeeding, thankfully. So yeah, the action's actually happening out there, and because that these lawsuits are getting put in front of judges, having the court of public opinion on your side is in fact important. So this is where I draw the differentiation of it, obviously. So I don't know how this is going on right now, but apparently there have been 4-day protests that have been going on through this week. I've seen this story pop up a couple of times, but because we have very interesting ramifications of this, and because there is a holiday, I don't know where and when it's getting observed for some people. Up here in Canada, it's Remembrance Day. It's Veterans Day down in the United States, November 11th. So some places, and I'm pretty sure school is probably just taking a 4-day weekend anyways, but it's being observed on the Thursday. Some places are observing it on the Friday or on the Monday. So if you have an additional couple of days off, congratulations. Just know that a fair few people have also been protesting during this time. So if there have been a slower than normal service, even more so due to the workforce crunch, you probably know why. The nationwide strike against vaccine mandates will take place November 8th to 11th. All right. According to the main organizer of the walkout, Leigh Dundas, a human rights attorney and public speaker, the event will kick off in Los Angeles on Monday. The locations of the marches have not yet been disclosed. I haven't seen any reporting on this, but then again, I've also been enthralled in one specific story throughout the entire week, so do forgive me. Air and rail transport workers are not federally allowed to go on strike due to a law passed in 26 named the Railway Labor Act, but some plan to protest anonymously. Yeah, no, what if they all just call in sick? Really tough to prove that that's any kind of a protest. I'm just saying, then it manages to last, just about. Bridge rally is going to be an epic and unprecedented moment in time that will mark on Veterans Day evening a 4-day nationwide walkout by rank-and-file workers everywhere, from blue-collar to white-collar, black, white, yellow, red, every faith, every creed, who are uniquely united despite their differences on one common truth: the vaccine mandates have no place in a truly free society. Nice statement. We'll see if that's carried out, though. That's supposed to happen tomorrow evening. Every group, anti-vaccine, BLM, gay, straight, Jewish, Muslim, Native American, Asian, Latino, Christian, atheist, all groups are all coming together for this one historic moment. Yeah, it seems like, especially like BLM, I've seen certain chapters because it's realistically, you take a look at the numbers, it is disproportionately affecting the vaccine passports. This is specifically black and minority groups, and that seems to be their pet project. So specific instances, they're at least taking up this cause. Is it being racist? If they succeed on those merits, I'm not necessarily thankful that they're using the whole race card in order to further their agenda. But then at the same time, if they're going to get vaccine passports out of the way and vaccine mandates out of the way by doing as much, Yeah, sometimes the enemy of my enemy, you know the deal. Anyways, yeah, back to this. All groups coming together for one historic moment in time to trumpet not just our own government, but indeed the watching eyes of the world. The vaccine mandates will no longer be tolerated. Yeah, because where America goes, the rest of the world goes as well. It's sad but true. In this country, we are the government. It's a wonderful idea, and I'm glad you think that way. Because our founding fathers knew the truth. A truly free nation is a nation of people, by the people, and for the people. That we are the leaders we have been waiting for, and that today marks the day that we retire vaccine mandates and the concept that cannot live in a free society, and that they are indeed simply that, a free society. Hopefully things do well, and I'd love to check in on this tomorrow to see if there's any development on said meeting, on said rallies, because it is supposed to be a federal holiday, so we'll see what comes of this, because we already have some sort of backlash, especially when it comes to Seattle, Washington. Okay, no school on Friday for Seattle, not because it was planned or anything, but because neighboring school districts, due to staff shortages. Yeah, you you put on unpaid leave enough people, you're not going to have enough people to staff the classroom, okay? You're not going to have enough people to staff the hospitals. You're not going to have enough people to staff the police precincts, the fire houses, all of the other people that that group of people would normally lump together as being heroes are all of a sudden being cast out of society because they cannot be persuaded to get the jab. I know, right? Fucking weird. There will be no school on November 11th and 12th for students in Seattle Public Schools because of a staff shortage, the school district said. Well, at least they were open and honest about saying it's a staffing shortage. Why is that? Because there's not enough staff. Okay, why is there not enough staff? Shut up, stop asking questions. Okay, Seattle Public School System, which serves more than 52,000 students, said Tuesday in a district-wide message that there is an unusually large number of school staff taking leave following Veterans Day. And that it's unlikely there will be enough people to keep schools open. Wow, I wonder why. Okay, there will be no in-person or remote instruction on those 2 days, the district told parents and community members. We are aware of a larger than normal number of SPS staff taking leave on Friday and do not believe we have adequate personnel to open schools. All the schools everywhere? That seems very interesting. It also doesn't seem terribly accurate, but this is what their decision is. District officials said they recognize the late notice creates challenging circumstances for many families, but they don't care because public schools are not your friend. The district further elaborated on the situation in a statement to King 5, NBC's affiliate. That's the one that we used to get up here on basic cable for a long time. Yeah, local NBC affiliate. I didn't even know that, and I should have read ahead. My mistake. Saying that more than 600 educators have requested leave for November 12th. The number of requests on a Friday after a federal holiday is indicative of the fatigue of our staff and shut up. We know exactly what you're doing. This is Seattle, Washington State. The 4-day weekend may offer physical, mental, and emotional restoration. I'm sure it does. And based on historical patterns, it is likely many additional staff would take leave and not come in on Friday morning, district staff added. So they don't even know for sure. They just kind of theorize that that might be the case. With the current labor shortages of substitutes, why is that? Why is that? And our current staffing levels, SPS, does not have the capacity to ensure student safety and high quality learning. Well, you weren't going to provide that anyways. A neighboring Bellevue School District, which serves about 20,000 students, will also close on the 12th. Interesting. Some of the creative solutions we have provided in the past with staff shortages will not work with COVID-19 restrictions. Why is that? Because you can't marshal enough forces in order to enact your previously successful solutions that you've come up with? Why not just come out and say it? For example, combining classes is not an option at this time. Oh, because student-to-student transmission is negligible? Okay. Anyways, the district wrote in the message announcing the closure, noting that a makeup day is planned for January 28th, 2022. Oh, so you're cutting short one day of fucking Christmas break, you monsters. Kent School District, serving the southeastern outskirts of Seattle, announced the November 12th closure, a day after Seattle and Bellevue. Very, very interesting. But okay, so we know Washington, they have certain mandates. They have certain unconstitutional rulings from their brain dead governor, Jay Isley. I think that's who that is up there. He's a total fucking turd. But here's one that absolutely takes the cake. Big fat JB fucking Pritzker from Illinois. Illinois governor signs measure to ban employees' use of conscience to refuse vaccine. So you can't deny it anymore, okay? You can't deny it. The government just owns your body in Illinois. Why would anybody still stay there? That's fucking ridiculous. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker on Monday signed the COVID-19 amendment into the law that bars employees from using moral beliefs as a reason to be exempted from the vaccine mandate in the workplace. Masks, vaccines, and testing requirements are life-saving measures if you say them. Wouldn't you think that this guy knows what's best for your health? Anyways, the decision relates to pre-existing Illinois law titled the Healthcare Right of Conscience, which was adopted in '98. All right, the law was intended to protect physicians, so that's why it applies to everybody? That makes sense. Okay, from repercussions for refusing to carry out procedures such as abortions because of their moral or religious beliefs. Okay, so physicians can't do something if they don't want to, therefore we have the right to extrapolate that law so that people can't refuse to getting the jab. Okay. People and organizations hold different beliefs about whether certain healthcare services are morally acceptable. The law states, adding that the public policy of Illinois state is to respect and protect the right of conscience of all persons. Clearly it isn't. I hope somebody is suing against this. Pritzker, a Democrat, I'm shocked, said the decision to sign the new amendment into law, keeping workplaces safe, is a high priority. Yeah, you wouldn't want any amateur doctors out there performing abortions, I guess, maybe? And I applaud the General Assembly for ensuring that the Healthcare Right of Conscience Act is no longer wrongly used against institutions who are putting safety and science first. Okay. Cool. Just because you say it doesn't make it true, but again, you're the king of Illinois, so you'd know best, right? According to the Associated Press, Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul, a Democrat, again, I'm shocked, had pressed Pritzker to push a legislation that would explain that the 1998 law was not intended to apply to this pandemic. Oh, okay, cool. He actually seems like a fair guy. Pritzker said Tuesday that the new amendment, SB 1169, nice, would ensure the law is no longer wrongly used against institutions who are putting safety and science first. Okay, no, rereading that. Again, okay, so I withdraw my withdrawal, and this guy's a bag of shit because he's trying to use it as a way to wiggle out of allowing people to choose what happens to their own body. I guess abortions for everyone. Amendment is set to be enforced from June 1st, 2022. Oh, so they're already making provisions for halfway through 2022. Just letting you know that this pandemic is never going to fucking end. The move followed several legal challenges from employees who said they should not face repercussions for refusing to be vaccinated against the COOF, the disease, that causes the China virus. We get it. Illinois Democratic Representative Robin Gable described the amendment to the law as a critical action. Critical bad or critical good? It's a Democrat, so it's probably the latter. Oh, well, this law will not take anyone's right to claim exemptions based on religious or medical need. Oh, cool. So you have to provide an excuse to not get the jab? That's fun. It prevents a small group of people from distorting the meaning of the Healthcare Right of Conscience Act and putting some of our most vulnerable members of society in danger. Well, what about protecting those valuable or the dangers or whatever? Fucking weak motherfuckers from protecting themselves. What's stopping them from doing that? Having their own individual sovereignty? Oh, right. You pretend to care about them under the guise of caring for them in order to accrue some more power and tell people how to live their life. I get it. Republicans have criticized the measure, but there are Republicans in Illinois. Remember, Adam Kinzinger's also a Republican from Illinois, so take that with a truckload of salt. But I think that's enough doom or pillin' for the day, and tomorrow, Kyle Rittenhouse stuff, I would imagine, has to be on the docket, and as for the rest of it, don't know, but we'll play it by ear. If you guys have the day off tomorrow, do enjoy the long evening, I guess. if you do indulge in such things. With that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.